Hello guys, welcome back to a little bit more rambling video. Um, this week I've been thinking about this now for a while, about the way of how I buy my comics, what is it that I buy, and 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 why. I mean, for the past 2 months, probably past 2-3 months, maybe, I've been digging into all the books, all the new books that I buy, and sorting them out. I had a pile of books that that I haven't read. I mean, I have a little time for reading, with between work, family, and all the stuff that's going on my life. I find sometimes a little bit of small time for reading, and so my piles of new books had been getting there, too high, and so I started going through them, sorting them out, realizing that I think I bought like maybe 4 duplicate books, and 4 duplicate books, and I also realized that I'm missing some numbers of a run of a book, and that's because mainly, I started to think this is why this is happening, and the reason that I think this is happening is because, obviously, when you go to your LCS and you're a regular buyer, you can open up a bin or an account with them per se, where you say, hey, you know what, guys, I wanna get this, and this book or this series or etc. But it's been a while. It's been probably, I'm gonna say, a little bit over a year that the number of titles that I've been buying has going lower and lower and lower and lower. They're going low, especially of my Marvel books. I always been a Marvel guy, and I'm probably always gonna be a Marvel guy, mainly because I'm a fan of the Silver Age, and Marvel, it was one of the greatest on the Silver Age. I like DC too, don't get me wrong. Although, I mean, if I'm talking about market, for me, in terms of the books that I buy, this is Marvel, this is DC. There's only a handful of things that I like about DC. Silver Age I enjoyed more than current ones. Batman is one of my top 5 characters. I love Batman. There are great stories about Batman, as well as they're awful. But anyways, so because there's been so little that I really like about what's Marvel coming out, I mean, really, the number of titles that I'm buying, it's just going just down, almost to the point that Marvel is just this little bit of what I buy in my collection in terms of new. I'm talking about new stuff. All stuff I'm on the look for early Bronze and Silver Age books from Marvel, because I love them. Mixing Spider-Man, X-Men, Fantastic Four, I mean, you name it. Some of the series like Marvel 2-in-1, Marvel Team Up, there's some great books, great stories there. So yeah, but I'm talking about, this is videos more for the new stuff that I buy, because I still buy new stuff. But lately, I mean, yeah, as I was just looking through all those books that I've been buying that I haven't read, and I'm like, holy cow, I mean, this can't go on. I got to a point where it's like, this can't go on. So I'm reevaluating of the stuff that I'm buying. Plus, in the last year or so, my purchases of Silver Age and Bronze, early Bronze or Bronze books have going up, way up. That It's now more that I buy older than what I buy new, and well, mainly because I think the oldest was the best. I mean, recently in the last 5 years, there hasn't been any story or anything that I'm like, holy cow, this is just insanely amazing. This hasn't. So I'm tired of all those. Oh, I'm bringing out a series, a mini series in Marvel. I'm bringing out. Oh, there's a Infinity War or something coming out now. I can't remember what the name is. And yeah, get ready for plethora of titles that tie up into that series, which is probably gonna suck, or it's probably not gonna be really good. And so that's why I'm like, yeah, you know what, forget it. I don't have the money for that. I don't really enjoy the stories now as much as I did before. I mean, I'm a huge fan of X-Men. I love X-Men. How many books I'm buying of X-Men? 0. They're just awful. Don't get me wrong, I give them a fair try. I bought the X-Men Gold when it came out, the first 3 or 4 issues, drop it. X-Men Red, bought them the first 3 or 4 issues, drop it. It's just crap. It's really just crap. For me, again, for me, this is my point of view. I don't like them. I really not enjoying the stories, and I love the characters. I love the title. So I've been really. I go and buy books into 2 local comic book shops here. One is where I buy all my old stuff, and I have some new titles with them. And the reason I have it with them is because they give me cover price. I live in Canada, so the price of the US, it hits us when the exchange rate. So these guys, they are willing to give me cover price for the books. If it's $3.99 US, it's $3.99 Canadian. I don't have to worry about conversions and all that, because usually if it's $3.99 US in a regular store anywhere in Canada, it's probably about $4.99, and it's been there for a while. So maybe not a buck extra, but at least 50 or 60 cents above the regular price. So just to give you an example, why I bought 4 books yesterday, and I paid 20 bucks. So yeah, you do the math. The other thing is Marvel, all the prices now, every single book is $3.99. And some of the specials are $7.99, $8.99, or things like that. And I'm like, whoa, that's just too much. It's just too much. DC, in New 52, I used to buy a few of the titles from DC, but then they started to do the $3.99 too. So I'm like, okay, you know what, forget it. No, I'm not doing this. I drop it. All of my books from DC, I'm just buying right now steadily Batman, the Batman title, not Detective Comics or any other one. I'm just buying Batman. And that's it. And that's more like because of the love of the character. Same with Marvel. I mean, I started to look at, I cancel like 6 different titles that I've been buying. And that's in between. Mostly were Marvel and one of the DC ones, and I canceled 2 of my Image ones because I wasn't reading them. And what I'm finding now is, instead of having a list of, yeah, you know what, give me this title, give me this title, give me this title on my list regularly, what I'm doing now is I'm just seeing what's going out, and then I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna buy this one, number 1 or number 2, and start reading new series. But I found out that most of the series, 80% of what I buy now, is Image and other editorials that are not Marvel or DC. Image is my top one, Aftershock, and I think I'm gonna say is either IDW or Boom, one of the other 2, that I have 1 or 2 titles from theirs that I'm reading, that I find they have better stories. They don't go and say, oh my god, if you read this book, you're gonna have to buy this, another book just to get the whole idea of the story. No way, they don't do that. They don't do their maxi series or whatever they call it, that spans across all their titles. Their stories are more dynamic. They're more raw. So yeah, I'm enjoying them better. So yeah, looking through all my going back to looking through all my books that I've been buying, all the new ones, all the new stuff. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I can't do this anymore. So I'm canceling most of my stuff, and I'm just leaving the new stuff out there to see. Says, hey, you know what? If there's a good comic book that I read good reviews and all that about it, I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Buy one or the first one or two numbers. I don't like it, I just drop it. So yeah, I'm doing that. I'm changing that because I also want to focus in buying the old stuff, which is what I'm looking more. Which all my videos that you see, or most of my hauls, the majority you will see that it's either Silver Age or early Bronze Age. Rarely I put a modern book, and if it's a modern book, it's usually something that came out in the last like 10 years ago. Rarely you see anything newer than 10 years anyways. So yeah. So I'm just reevaluating my collecting because I buy too much stuff. I also my main hobby is comic books. I also buy toys. I like the Marvel Legends and the Black Series. I'm also downsizing of what I'm getting. I used to be on the search of, oh, there's some Marvel Legends came out, new Build-A-Figure series, and I was like, holy cow, I gotta get all the figures just to get the series complete. I'm not doing that anymore. There's just way too much money on that. So what I'm doing now, I'm just picking and choosing the figures that I really like. I don't buy anything based on TV characters nor movie characters. I don't buy any of those figures for Marvel Legends. For the Star Wars Black Series, I only buy mainly anything from the characters that came out on the first three series, on the original three movies, episode 4, 5, and 6. Anything of the new movies, I stop it with Rogue One, and that's it. And I didn't even buy all of the figures that came out for Rogue One and episode 7 and 8. I didn't buy them all. I think I only had pick some of them. For any of the figures that came out for the this last movie, the Solo one, zero. I buy zero of the figures for that, and that's because I have to pick and choose. The prices are going up. It looks like they're now in, oh, this is a character. Well, it's always been like that. There's a character that only had like 10 seconds 10 seconds screen time. Let's put out the figure. But it's always been like that. But now it's like I don't identify with the characters. I don't really like characters. I haven't seen Solo. I'll watch it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna wait until it comes out in Blu-ray or DVD to see it. But I didn't went to the movies to see it. It didn't call my attention. Some of my friends said that it was a-okay. As a movie, it was a-okay. But still, for me, not enough to call me and to drag me and to take my girls to watch that movie. So anyway, yeah, I'm at my point right now where I'm reevaluating everything that I'm buying, what I'm buying, and why I'm buying it. I want to focus. I rather buy 2 or 3 of the books. 2 or 3 old Fantastic Four, 2 or 3 old Avengers books that they're like $20 or $30 for the book. Yeah, they're $20 or $30 for a book. Yes, but that book is way better than 4 or 5 books that are coming out right now. Way, way, way better. So I'd rather do that. I'd rather my haul be of 3 or 4 books, or 2 or 3 books, but they are great books. That they are early Avengers, they're early Fantastic Four, or early Spider-Mans, or early X-Men. I'd rather do that than buy 4 or 5 books that is coming out right now that are absolutely horrible, that I don't like. I mean, my main titles that I'm buying right now, if just top of my memory, I'm still buying Amazing Spider-Man, just Amazing Spider-Man. I don't buy anything else from Spider-Man. I just buy Amazing Spider-Man. I haven't read anything from Spider-Man ever since Superior Spider-Man finished. I haven't read anything. Pretty much I'm buying it because I love the character. I love Spider-Man. And that's why, one of the reasons why I'm still buying that book. I'm buying Punisher. That's part of my list. Everything. I'm buying Punisher. One of my favorite characters, so that's why I'm keeping that Punisher, and it's been okay. It's been okay. I've been reading the books. I haven't caught up ever since the title came out a little while, where he got the armor, the War Machine armor. But I'm still coming by in that. So it's Spider-Man, it's Punisher, the Avengers. I'm buying the main Avengers title. I don't buy any of the other spin-off or anything else. I don't like them. I used to buy Uncanny Avengers. That was great. I really like it. But after the first or second series, I can't remember how many series are, but the last series I didn't buy it at all. I didn't bother buying it. So I'm buying those 3 books, those 3 titles of Marvel. I used to buy Star Wars and Darth Vader, cancel both. It's like that's it. I used to buy the Spider-Man Deadpool. I love the dynamic of the characters, that duo. I love it, but I'm like, you know what? No, it's not as important. That's why I'd rather keep the main Spider-Man title. So I canceled that. And yeah, DC, the only thing I have from DC is just Batman. That's the only thing that I'm buying. The main Batman title, Detective Comics, I'm not buying it. So yeah, I'm cutting down, and I'm deciding, says, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time to start cutting down. I know there's a lot of guys now that I see in YouTube that I follow that they don't really buy too much new. That is more of the old stuff, and that's what I want to focus. I want to focus on the old stuff. I mean, if something comes along, anything new that comes along that I like and I caught my attention, I'm gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna sign for it. I'm just gonna wait until it's out, and I'm just gonna grab it, get 1, maybe 2 titles, give it a fair chance, and if I don't like it, I just drop it. Nothing in the horizon for X-Men is coming out that I want. It's horrible. So I'm just gonna not buy anything. So yeah, I mean, just wanted to make this quick video because I just realized that yeah, there's just too much stuff that is not really great now in comic books. I think everything is going down, quality-wise is going down. There are some great characters. There are some great stories that can be built. I mean, what they're doing with the characters, changing them, I was like, oh, you know what? You want a great character? You want to make something new? Just build it. Just build a new character. Give it a good story. Build a new character. Don't grab all characters and then repaint them as something else just because you have people wanting it as something else with different colors or different styles or different way of talk. Whatever. It says, you know what? Oh yeah, let's grab this character and let's repaint it and bring it back to modern. It's like, no, thank you. I mean, I'm all up to modernizing characters, but up to a certain point. That's when I stopped. If I want something according to what's out there, what people want now, then I'll say, okay, let's do something new. And is it really what people want, or just a tiny little bit of people that wants and that really buys comics? So yeah, that's why I stopped new books, buying all. The all seems to be the greatest part of history. Is always the all one, seems to be. So I'm just focusing now, starting from now on, I'm just going to focus more in getting the old books, getting my all Avengers, getting the old Fantastic Four, Amazing Spider-Man, and X-Men. Those are the main 4 titles that I want to finish some of the runs. I mean, I know it's impossible for me to get, at this point, any of the first 10 numbers of those series. But I mean, still there's still a lot of books out there that are good prizes, and they're excellent. So yeah, that's why I'm just dropping most of my new stuff, staying with a handful of titles from the new that I actually read, and yeah, just focus on the old stuff, because yeah, that's what I'm looking, that I'm enjoying the most. Trying to save some money for those big keys that I want, and yeah, like that Daredevil 7 that I just got in my last haul, it was amazing. I mean, it was like, oh my god, it's great. So yeah, those are the books that I want. The Avengers 17, the 33 and 34, I can't remember, 34 or 35 that I just got. It was like, yeah, that's what I want. Those are the ones that I'm looking for right now. So anyways, I think I just did too much rambling this morning. Too much of the same anyways. So that's it, guys. I mean, I don't know if anybody is like me. Guys, let me know, anyone who watches, and it's kind of like in my spot where it's like, yeah, you know what, I buy old, I buy new, but what I'm going to do now, am I keep buying new, am I going to just, you know what, drop it, or just keep a handful? You let me know what you guys think. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one there that it's in this situation right now, reevaluating what's it buying. And yeah, just let me know. Have a great day, enjoy the weekend, and we'll see you guys the next time. All right, take care, cheers.